Holy shit!
Might need you later. Aha!
I think we can do something with that. Alright, so this is the Hasbro Sinister 6 Iron Spider Mask. I picked this up on eBay for about $13. First thing you're going to want to do is remove this rubber eye bit off of the two pegs that it's on. There's no trick to it, you just need to yank it. A pair of pliers might help. I cheated and did this earlier, which is why mine came out so easily. Save that bit for future cosplay. The two pegs where the rubber bit was attached and these two pegs up top are going to have to be removed with a Dremel tool. If you don't have a Dremel tool, you could probably use a pocket knife or a crafting knife. It'll just take a little longer. Dremel makes quick work of this, however. I got those things off in about a minute and a half. The holes are for ventilation so that when you wear your mask, your Spider-Man eye lenses don't get fogged up, because that's no fun. I just sanded it down a little bit to remove all those rough edges from the plastic that I drilled out. Then you're going to cut yourself a piece of cosplay foam. Put it in the head. Nope, too big. I drilled some more holes because drilling holes is fun. Alright, I cut some smaller bits of EVA foam. Glue those into the mask in a couple of strategic places. I put one over each eyebrow, and I put one on the bridge of the nose because those are the three areas where the mask was rubbing against my face and it was the most uncomfortable. I think the face shell gives it a nice Spider-Man silhouette. You don't see my nose, you don't see my mouth moving, kind of shapes my face a little more like that canned ham look, which is what you want. And the best part is, it only cost me $13 and a couple of tools that I had already laying around. One thing I neglected to mention, my spider mask has the eyes permanently glued onto the front of the mask. Most of the modern Spider-Man suits have magnetic lenses that clip onto the outside of the mask to the face shell. Like if you were going to buy a face shell, there would be magnets in strategic places around the lenses, you know, maybe one here, one here, one here, whatever. And then your lenses would be a separate piece, not attached to the costume. And the other side of the magnet would be on the back of the lens, and then it would just clip on. You would put the face shell on your face, then the mask over that, and then the lenses would clip to the magnets on the shell, keeping them on so that if you're at a con or something, you could take the lenses off and see out of the eye holes. My mask doesn't have that, so I didn't do the magnets on the lenses. If I ever get a Spider-Man suit where the lenses are magnetic and I want to clip them over the top of the mask, then I will modify this mask and I will drill some holes here, here, and here, and I will glue magnets into here and then glue the other part of the magnet on the other side of the lens, and then I would have the magnetic lenses that most of the modern Spider-Man suits masks have, if that makes any sense. But anyway guys, that's it. That's the mask right there. Not bad for a $9 to $12 toy Spider-Man mask. In addition to that, you're just talking about the materials needed to do the other parts. Glue, some cosplay foam, which is like maybe $5 or $7. You could use any kind of padding. It doesn't even have to be cosplay foam. You could probably find scraps of that for free. Yeah, and if you got a drill and a Dremel, even easier. Although if you don't have those things, you could probably cut those nubs off with some kind of a little scalpel or a crafting knife or any kind of a knife, like even a pocket knife. You could just saw it off. Sandpaper to help smooth out some of those rough edges on the holes once you get them out. But really, this is practically free. You know, the minimum price for a cosplay face shell is like 50 or 60 bucks, and it just goes up from there. This is a cheap alternative. This is what I'm gonna do for a while anyway, because you know, if you drop, you know, between 60 and depending on where you go for your Spider-Man costume, you could drop anywhere from $60 to like $900 or $1,000 if you go through someone like RPC Studios. So if you're paying that much for a Spider-Man costume, or at least if I'm gonna pay that much for a Spider-Man costume, I don't also want to pay $100, $200, $300, $600, $700 for a face shell. For a face shell, like that's not something I'm ever gonna do. This is gonna work just fine. Anyway, guys, hope that was helpful. Check out my other Spider-Man cosplay video where I show off my homemade Tobey Maguire spider suit. I'll post the card for that right there. Like, share, comment, subscribe, but most importantly, enjoy. See you later, guys. Bye!